Hi guys, leading into our final video of my current build, Lawrence thought it might be good just to have a look at some of the previous bikes that I built. The one that you're seeing now, the Red 550, that was the first bike that I built. I was still working at that stage, so I think it probably took me just over a year. Probably one of my better builds because I really went to town trying to make sure that I did a good job first time round. So this is the second bike that I did, but it wasn't the second. It's the second 500 that I bought. The first one I still have to build that. It's one of those where I think I might destroy value if I restore it. As you can see, this one is not 100% original. I've put different tires on. The exhaust is a Cowley. The indicators and the rear light is different. And this is the one that I refer to as my motard. Okay, so this would have been the third bike that I built. It's a 1980. I tried to make it as standard as possible, but unfortunately original exhaust wasn't available. Okay, so this is the fourth bike. It's a 1981 XT500. I ummed and ahed about the gold wheels and eventually decided to put them on. Some people like it, some people don't. I think my personal preference would have been to have made those wheels silver. This is the fifth bike I built. This is built out of two bikes. As you can see, it's a 79. It's got the right colors. It's still got the steel tank. It came out very nicely, and it's now supposed to be in the museum at the Lawrenceford Wine Farm in the Cape. But as far as I know, it hasn't been displayed as yet. Okay, so somewhere along the line, my son-in-law convinced me that I need to fix up his Honda. We got the Honda very cheap, didn't spend too much money on it, and sold it for about 5 times more than what we spent on it. It's a little 185 and quite a nice little bike. This is the sixth XT500 that I built. It's a 1981, and as you can see, it came out quite nicely. I must say, I prefer the silver to the black. The seventh XT500 that I built, also a black tank, and despite what I've just said that I like the silver, a few years ago when I sold a few, all the people were more interested in the black and the polished tank. Okay, so here's the current build. This is the bike that's sort of we've led up to over the part one and part two of the builds, and we're about to take it off the bench, and we're about to see if it's going to start. I've had two occasions where I've taken bikes off the bench and they're fired up on first click. I'm kind of hopeful that that's what's going to happen today. Okay, so you've now just seen some of the builds that I've done in the past. There are 3 other bikes where the photos aren't up there. 2 were for friends, and the last one that I built was also my own bike, but I've since sold it, and I still need to put up a picture and frame it.
Starting procedure, first start new bike. To charge the carburetor, some dry kicks, fuel compression,
Okay, so we eventually got it started, taking it around the block. There's a few things we need to tweak, but yeah, it's come out very nicely. As I said previously, the wheels, probably the best result I've had. What's special about this one is we've got an original exhaust. As I said previously, very hard to get. It's also in very nice condition. What I did do differently this time is the original nuts and bolts that were in decent state, we zinc plated them, and I've used them as far as possible. And where I had to replace with stainless steel, I ground off the maker's name and bolt number. So in terms of being original, I would imagine this bike must be about 95 to 98% original.